Rainbow Dreams Educational Foundation presents the 22nd Annual Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival, Saturday, June 17th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Expo at World Market Center. Join us and celebrate Juneteenth Freedom Day as we welcome R&B diva 702 back to Sin City to perform their biggest hits. This event is free to the public. You heard us, free. For more information, visit us online at june19lv.com. That's june19lv.com. Powered by Zappos.
Oh, there we go. Hey, welcome back. Happy Wednesday, everybody. How y'all doing? Last time y'all seen me, I was still at that, age of 30, that young age of 30. Now it's been about a week and I done grew exponentially. No, let me stop playing with y'all. As y'all know, my birthday was last Thursday, the 8th. Turned 31 years young, you know what I mean? Pretty great and happy to live that long. I'm gonna be real. I think I've told y'all before. I never actually expected to make it past 25 in life. So now that I'm at 30, it's pretty cool, pretty dope. I told myself that what I was going to start doing is starting off, because I never do it. I should start off with a dad joke every time. But, we'll see. I don't know if I think y'all get tired of my dad jokes after a while. They're not as funny to y'all as they are to me. But it's okay. Y'all will grow to love them. But yeah, so my birthday was Thursday, man. It was great. I actually had a little vacation from work. So that was pretty cool. I actually was off as of about 7 days altogether. 6-7 days. Something like that. But it was great. It was wonderful. Last Wednesday, I got a call that the baby might have came. But, just like I told y'all before in the past, I don't know why I got to keep explaining myself. I'll be calling these things. Nobody want to believe me. So another congratulations is not only did I turn 31, but God blessed me with a junior on my birthday. Best birthday present ever. I never thought nothing would top last year, but this is probably the best birthday I've had. Best birthday present I've received was my son being born the same day as me. You know what I mean? And we both were born at night. He was born half an hour after me. He was born at 7:24 p.m. I was born at 6:54 p.m. So it's pretty cool. 31 years apart, same name, same birthday. So shout out to me and him. Of course, Gemini Gang, I brought another one to join the team, right? I got my own little junior now, own little Marquand. Now I can't wait to do what my mama did when she used to yell at me and tell me to go do them dishes. I'm going to do the same shit to him. Now let me stop playing. But definitely congratulations on that one. I just want to talk about how my little vacation started, though, okay? Let me give y'all a rundown on my week because, man, it has been a week for sure. So Wednesday, I believe she wasn't dilated enough or the contractions were too far apart. So the next morning, we were supposed to go to the hospital at 6 in the morning, which is the 8th. She ended up going later on in the day, started dilating, the water broke, and the baby came at 7:24 p.m. Now, I had a talk with the higher power, the man above, God, whatever you see fit to call the higher power. You know what I mean? And I said it from then. I was like, if the baby comes on my birthday, I always told y'all before that the baby was coming. It's going to be a Gemini. It's going to be a boy. He's born on my birthday. I speak that into existence. After the recent issues, I had another talk, and I was just like, now I need him to come on my birthday because I need that to be a reassuring piece from you. You know what I mean? A reassuring piece from you as well as other things to know that, you know what I mean? And let's just say I know it. That's my son, man, and I'm really grateful that everything played out the way it was supposed to play out. So I'm happy to be able to say and announce that. So y'all know it's definitely going to be crazy. You have another little Marquand running around, literally another little me. But when he was first born, my heart, dropped for a while because he came out with some complications. His heart stopped for about a minute or two there. And I instantly just went back to, praying about it. I can't have this happen. I'm like, not on my birthday. Out of all days, not on my birthday. I'll never celebrate another birthday again if it happens this way, But, thank the Lord, that he came out great. After about a minute or two, he came. He was good to go. He was breathing. He was crying, like everything we needed to see and hear. He was 8 pounds, 10 ounces, the biggest baby that we've had. And, man, I will say, what they say on Roscoe Jenkins, I want some big-ass kids, man. Listen, Miracle, I think, was the closest at about 7 pounds. But he was damn near now he is 9 pounds, but he was damn near 9 pounds coming out. So that was pretty crazy. But I was, yeah, man, I was pretty scared for that little 2 minutes. It seemed longer than that, but I was pretty scared. I was going through the motions at that little bit of time, hearing stuff like that. It's not a good thing to hear. It's not a great thing to hear at all. So I told him, I let him know that wasn't a good joke. Like, I know we play a lot, but that's not a good joke. I didn't like it, and I didn't think it was that funny. So, that wasn't cool. But yeah, we spent all of Thursday literally in the hospital, for the most part. Every time I tried to do something on my birthday, and it's crazy because I didn't want to do anything at first. I literally was going to just say, you know what, I'm over this day. Everything's just not going to plan. Nothing's going right. I'll just celebrate with the hotel room this weekend, and I'll call it a day at that. But, there were other plans. My son came, and it turned into the best birthday ever. So I definitely can't fight that, can't ignore it. I will say that for sure. Friday came, and of course they went home Friday night, but they low-key had to push me out the door to go celebrate my birthday. But it's like, my kids, they'll get to a certain age where they're not going to want to be around me at all. They're not going to want to be around me, be near me. They're going to want to hang out, do their own thing. So me knowing that as a father, I take that and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to take the time now and hang out with my kids. I'll do that right now. We'll be cool. We'll be good to go. We'll spend time together whenever they want to. I'll say yes. I will not hesitate because I know it's going to come a day where they don't want to spend any time with me. And I don't want that day to come. So before it does, let me enjoy all the little time that I have with them. So, and I get it. It is my birthday. So after a while, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go for the night. Then I'll come back in the morning, And shout out to my cousin Delano. You know what I mean? Appreciate you for celebrating the birthday with me. Took the birthday shots and everything. I went over to his spot afterwards. He had a little thing going on, a little game night and stuff. So that was pretty cool, pretty fun. I enjoyed that. And then the next day we actually went bowling. He whooped my ass the first game. And, I can't really say nothing about that. He whooped my ass. Second game, we didn't get to finish. I had to go, run to the hospital. I had to take the baby back up to the hospital, make sure he was okay. He had a fever. So he was good, though. You know what I mean? He's a junior. You know what I mean? He's definitely going to be good. We've been fighting our whole lives. That was something else somebody said. Well, y'all got something to relate to. I was born premature, so it was hard when I came. I was fighting for my life coming out when I came out. I came too early. And he had a little heart problem, heart stopping. So that's something they say. Yeah, something else y'all got in common, but fuck that. But he was good. He's good to go. He's still good to go. He had another appointment yesterday. Everything looks good. Everything looks nice. So that was great there. But shout out to Delano because we kicked it. We hung out. For my birthday weekend, that was probably him the only person I spent a lot of time with other than the kids. Yeah, and the kids also celebrated my birthday week with me. We did everything together. After their Saturday came, I want to say Sunday. What did we do Saturday? Me and the kids went, so I went bowling with Delano that day. And then Saturday, me and the kids went bowling. So it was back-to-back days of bowling. And then I went and got a hotel room the next day. What's up with you, Jam? Jam was there. Yeah, appreciate you for being out there, my boy. Thank you. And I went and got a hotel room the next day, but I went and, because I want the kids, like, it's my birthday weekend. I want to celebrate with the kids. Like, I love being around my children, if y'all don't realize that already. And I brought them to the room, you know what I mean? We in there kicking and having fun. These little motherfuckers became destructive. These little bastards start terrorizing shit. So I'm like, oh no, y'all gotta go. Let me go take y'all back home. Y'all gotta go. Cause y'all not finna fuck nothing up in this room. And I gotta pay for, well, I ain't even pay for the room, right? I got a comp room, but still, there's this little, that deposit, security deposit they took, they gonna want that, they gonna try to keep that if y'all fuck up this room. So I took them back home, and I went to the casino later that day, went and gambled a little bit. Went and got some free drinks on the penny slots. All my locals, y'all know we're talking about what we do around here, how we get the free drinks. Or I like to say, go to the penny slots with $20 while they bring you endless drinks. You know what I mean? But make sure you tip these waitresses. Like, don't go down there drinking without tipping. Like, that's fucked up. Make sure you throw them $2 or $3 every time they get you a drink. Something. Yeah, I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? The room was nice. It was peaceful, quiet, me alone by myself. I woke up, to... what do you call them? The housekeeping, trying to come clean the sheets and shit. But I was tired. I woke up to a big bang. I locked that motherfucking door. They tried to get in. Next time, knock. They probably did, but I was asleep. But, I mean, it was great. So, all in all, that little week I got off, today was my first day back at work. You know, it was great. Oh, dang. Now, this is the one thing I did want to talk about with that, too, is the kids actually, how they get along with the baby. So, I never expected this, okay? So, bear with me. My youngest, now, she's completely obsessed with the baby. She loves to give him kisses. The baby, you know, whatever the case may be, she loves him. My oldest, my son, he's excited to have another brother. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, I got a baby brother, going to see my baby brother. That's what he's happy about. But Kalila, oh, that little light-skinned one, the middle one, well, the second oldest now, oh man, she's the jealous one. And not in a bad way, like she doesn't take it out on the baby or nothing. But ever since that boy has came, she's been overly affectionate towards me. All the hugs and kisses. She's always wanting to come around or come to my house or be around me now. And I'm just like, dang, Kalila, you ain't never really been like this. Like, normally you a mama's girl. You don't like me, you don't fuck with me like that. But when that baby got here, boy, that one right there, I didn't expect for that one, because she barely liked me as it is, you know what I mean? Well, she don't like discipline. She loved me, but she don't like that I discipline, you know? I don't let you just get away with anything. But I was just shocked that she definitely did that. That was great to see. Very, very, very shocking to me. I mean, I'm loving it, obviously, you know what I mean? I'm loving it. All the kids are Team Daddy right now. Hey, I'm all for it, you know what I mean? No problem at all. But yeah, and then also got, you know, laundry done. Finally, I got all that taken care of before I had to start work today. And what's up with all of y'all getting y'all Instagrams and Facebooks hacked? Can we talk about that? I thought we knew better than to be letting people hack our accounts. Like, y'all still trying to turn $5 into 500, or is it 50 into 500? I can't remember which one it is. Like, y'all really still letting these scammers get y'all? It's crazy. It's to the point where I have to start unfriending y'all as soon as I see y'all done got hacked. You might be able to get your account back, but I don't want to be friends with it no more. Nothing personal, but damn, you did scammer that got you. You was willing to let them get me. So to say, lack of a better word, but y'all got to be careful with that. I don't understand how we all at this age and we still falling for those tricks. First of all, ain't nobody being able to send a password to your phone to get into their account. They needed your phone to register the number in order to get it set up with that account at first anyway. Okay? That's one. Two, same thing with the emails. Ain't nobody trying to verify using your email. They trying to verify the code so they can use it to reset your password. And y'all are falling for it every time. Y'all just gots to do better. Gots to do better. It's crazy. It's ridiculous on how y'all are not actually up to date to where y'all can make sure y'all accounts are not getting hacked. Because, boy, I'm just saying, it couldn't be me. Just couldn't be me. Simple as that. I definitely ain't finna fall for that shit. Y'all shouldn't be falling for it, but y'all is, and that's crazy. Hey, I'm just saying, bro. We too old for people to be sitting here worried about the fact that somebody logged into their account. Now you got the message in all your friends, and some of your friends fall for it because we're friends. We want to help. And it's fucked up. That's crazy. Y'all let these people go out like that all because y'all trying to scam your way through a few dollars. But you know what I mean? To each his own. Let me not talk about how y'all try to get through life, but that's something that definitely shouldn't be happening, is the fact that y'all still getting hacked at this grown-ass age. I'm going to just be real with you. Oh, you know, I don't know if y'all have seen it yet. I'm going to leave that Instagram and stuff alone, because whatever y'all going to do, y'all going to do. But it's been out for about 2 weeks. And has anybody seen the Spider-Verse movie? Nobody? Anybody? I urge y'all to go see it. Like, I'm not here to give away any spoilers. I'm not here to give away any, you know, scenes or nothing. What I will say is, it's a great movie. It is a great movie. I will tell y'all this. When they first announced these parts coming up, they announced that it was a 2-part movie. So there's no way in hell y'all shouldn't have expected a cliffhanger. You should have known that was coming. You should have known. I known that. I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to happen. But I'm telling you, even the way that the cliffhanger was left off on, man, great work. Great work. It was an amazing job. I think this movie was more so about of showing what Spider-Man is all about. Pretty much like how Spider-Man came to be, pretty much like, what the whole Spider-Verse means. I think that's what the movie is about. And it's a great movie, a great watch. I can't say nothing without giving it away. But I'm telling y'all that it is amazing. I cannot wait for the second part that comes out in March 29th, 2024 to be exact. I think y'all will love it when y'all see it. But it definitely it's coming out, and I can't wait. This movie that just came out was amazing. And if you haven't already, go download that soundtrack. I had to get in the car and say, all right, Metro, let's see what's booming. And for sure, the album is fire. Dope. I've been telling people about a specific verse. Now, I love the entire album. But this verse right here, Wayne has a verse on that song. He's got a song called Annihilate, and he got a verse on there on the new Spider-Verse Across the Spider-Verse album soundtrack from the new movie. The song is called Annihilate, and he's got the first verse. And it's so dope because every bar he says has to deal with Spider-Man or spiders, right? Spider in general. It's just what it's supposed to be. And I love that he ends the song by saying Spider-Verse. But he's talking about the movie, but his actual verse was a Spider-Verse. It's just dope. The entire album is great. It's genius. It's dope. It's amazing. The beats, the lyrics, the people, they diversify this album, and it hit like a motherfucker. You see what happened when we all worked together? Y'all see what happened when we all worked together? I believe it was like the number 2 album for a movie on opening weekend. It didn't beat out the soundtrack for, what is that movie called? It starts with the B, Boundary or something like. I can't remember what it is, but it was number 2. Though, it's pretty dope. I'm telling y'all, that soundtrack is amazing. It's great. They got so many different people on there, and it's just great the way they diversify the music. I'm gonna just say that it is amazing. The album slaps. The movie slaps. I recommend listening to the album on the way to see the movie. You know what I mean, and on the way home. And maybe in your sleep, but. I'm just saying, that's just definitely something I recommend for it, too. It was a great movie. Me and my son have seen it so many times already. I'm ashamed to probably say maybe 5 to 7 times. And, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say it. It is what it is. We love Spider-Man. As you can see clearly, we love Spider-Man. Here you go. We love Spider-Man. So, anyway, on to the first topic today. I've been ranting on about my week and my birthday. Let's just say it was a great time. 31 was good to me. It's going to be good to me. It started off great. It's going to end that way. So I'm happy to hear that. My first topic that I want to bring up today, though, are about our little ones, about our kids and children. I keep seeing this statement going around social media on whether or not kids deserve apologies and explanations. And it kind of just bothers me a lot. Not a little, but a lot. Because I don't understand how we don't want to apologize when we've done something wrong. Because just because there are children don't mean they have to deal with the bullshit we put them through, right? We're here to stop generational cycles and trauma and patterns, right? We're here to end those. So my issue is from a society and a generation or a couple generations that complained about the fact that they never had the chance to explain themselves or the chance to get an apology from their parents because of certain ways their parents treated them. How are you doing the same thing to yours? How does that make sense? Why is it even a question on if they should or shouldn't? I wholeheartedly believe that kids deserve every apology that needs to be given and every explanation that you can give. I do. I feel that way. I try my best every time I realize that maybe sometimes I may have went a little too far, whether it was yelling at the kids or sending them off to their room or whatever the case may be. I don't care how much it hurts my pride. I don't give a fuck. I will sit down and I will tell my kids, I apologize that Daddy took that out on you. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Daddy was just going through some other stuff, and I'm sorry that I had you to be the outlet because it's not your fault. I apologize and explain, because without an apology, they don't see that you can admit that you're wrong, that you can have accountability. Without explaining, they don't understand what you're apologizing for. Because you can walk up to these kids and say, oh, I apologize, and then walk away. But what the fuck does that mean? Like, I know I'm laughing, but it really bothers me. What the fuck does that mean? Like, you can't sit here and say that you want to be a great parent, you want to be the best parent you can be, but you too prideful, or you letting ego get in the way of you apologizing to your kids? Man, please. I've seen my kids' faces when I apologize for me messing up. And it means the world to them to know that you can sit up there and show them, like, no, daddy makes mistakes too. I'm not the only person. I mean, you guys are going to make a lot of mistakes growing up, but I make mistakes too. It happens. So I want that question to go away. There shouldn't be no question. There should be action. It should just be being done. Just execute the plan. It's that simple and easy. It's easy for you to swoop up there and go to your boss and say, I apologize that I ain't had this paperwork in on time. I'll do better next time. But you can't sit down your child and do the same thing? I'm sorry. It bothers me a lot that it takes y'all grown motherfuckers, a generation that wanted this so much growing up, to ask that question. And you know the answer is yes. They deserve everything we do. They are people just like us. They have feelings just like we do. Their emotions go up and down just like ours do. They are literally just little people learning life. And you won't even give them the satisfaction of being courteous? I'm sorry. That bothers me a lot. So, yeah, I think that's something that needs to be worked on. I think y'all should be into the mindset of, no, they deserve it every single time. Even if you feel like they don't. It don't matter what you feel like. If you know that they do, that's what matters. Your feelings are void because at the same time you dismissing theirs to satisfy yours. That's not being a parent. That's not being an adult. What the fuck? End of the day, my kids are going to be raised to the point where respect is a two-way street. It is given and it is earned. But on the same hand, disrespect is also earned. And don't nobody want to admit that. But disrespect is very much earned as well. I'm just saying. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to be that parent. I've been to the point where nothing in my life I want my kids to have to deal with. I want to make it easier for them. I want it to be better for them than it was for me. And I'm definitely not going to take them through no trauma that I dealt with that I had to get over and accept. No, I don't want them to have to go through the same lifestyle I did. I want to create a better environment so that they don't have to have those same traumas. They may have traumas. They may have issues. But I don't need them to be exact duplicates of my entire life because I want them to be raised like I was raised. No, I want them to be raised better than I was raised. So if that means sometimes I got to suck it up and swallow my pride and apologize to these kids or explain why I'm apologizing or explain why something happened, because you also need to explain why they get in trouble. I'm going to do it. Simple as that. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to do it. I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm going to raise my children how I wanted to be raised as a kid, within reason. I want to treat them how I wanted to be treated as a kid. And when I say within reason, I mean as long as they're respectful, doing what they need to do. Like, I got no problem sitting down and you want this? Okay, well, let me tell you what you can do to get that. Or you want this to happen? Let me show you what compromise looks like. I have no issue with wanting them to have a better lifestyle than me. There's no jealousy involved on if my kids are living a better life than me. And if that really is, like, I don't know for sure that that's the case with y'all, but that's what it looks like. It looks like jealousy. And if that's what it is, grow the fuck up. Seriously, just grow up. There's nothing to really say about that other than the fact that you need to stop being a fucking child, stop being a kid, and you need to grow up. Sorry, not sorry. So yeah, at the end of that, like again, there is no question to it. You all should know, you all should take this into consideration. Take heed and know that all children deserve explanations and apologies. It's okay. It is all right. They are kids. They need that. They need that reassurance. Trust me. It'll do wonders for their confidence later. I kid you not. Next thing I want to talk about, oh man, I'm finna ruffle some feathers with this one. But I really don't give a fuck because that's what I'm here to do. Deadbeats. Okay. Now, I want to start this off by saying one thing. We know that there are deadbeats on each side of the playing field. Okay. I'm a father, so who you think I'm going after? That's right. The dads. Again, we know that there are deadbeats on both sides of the playing field, but I'm a father. So I want to speak to the other fathers out there. This is how I've always felt growing up. I've always felt like a piece of me was missing. A piece of my heart, a piece of my soul, a piece of my life, a piece of my growth. I felt like it was all missing. Okay? And I'm sure about what the conversation is, you can all guess what that piece was. That was that father that I wanted, that father figure, okay? And I tell you all the time, my father was the best magician on this side of the Mississippi. He had the greatest disappearing act, okay? Simple as that. So me growing up without an active father in my life, I never wanted my children to feel like that. I never wanted my kids to have to worry about if their father loved them, if he cared enough to even say hi, if he cared to call on birthdays, if he cared to show up to award ceremonies and graduations, if he cared to be around, if he cared to teach me how to tie a tie. My kids, I don't want them going through none of that. I don't want to put them through any of that. And I feel like there are a lot of men in this generation and generations below that have witnessed and have experienced the same things in life that I have when it comes to a father figure. Yet, y'all can just get up and walk away just like your fathers have. And I have a really dark sense of humor because I kind of wanted to laugh at that, and that's not good. I mean, my dad walked away too, though, so I'm laughing with y'all, not at y'all. And I'm only laughing because you laugh at your pain, right? I'm not really doing it really to be funny, but it's like you either laugh at it or you let it upset you, and I don't want it to upset me. So with us being that group where our fathers have walked away and walked out of our lives, like, we know how that feels. We know what that feels like. We know what that brings in our upbringing. Like, we know how that affects us on our upbringing, you know. I think with the right support, some of us would have been in better situations with the right direction of a father figure or our dads. Like, I'm just not going to sugarcoat it. Like, we are needed, okay? We are as much as you may not think, or as much as you may think we're not needed, or as much as you may say it's not, we are a key piece to the growth in these children. We are a key piece in it. And regardless of how many excuses you throw or how many, justifications you put out there, these kids need us as fathers. You know what I mean? And for y'all to sit there and just walk out of these kids' lives the way y'all do, man, it irritates my soul, especially when you were brought up without a father. You know how it feels, and you do it to a kid anyway. I don't care about the excuses of the mother's hard to deal with, or she won't let me do this, or she won't let me say that. Okay, well then, if you feel so bad that y'all can't work it out together, go to court. Get the other people involved and go talk to them and let them deal with it with y'all. Stop giving me the excuse that, because she ain't letting you. Okay, well now you allowing her to not let you, because you can't be me and say that. Because when I hear that, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, okay, let me go down to the family courts. Let's go ahead and get this process started. Hey, it may be timely. It may take a minute. It may be, a little overwhelming at times. It may be rough. It may be tough. It may be hard. It may be hell. But that's what we signed up for as parents. We have resources to help us become, like, if y'all didn't know this, you know what I mean? If y'all sign the birth certificates, this is a father state. It's a 50-50 state. You sign that birth certificate, you got just as much rights as she do. Just as much. But y'all so set on listening to other people and what they say on how the law goes, on how the law works. I'm telling you, as a fighting father myself, you have help, you have laws, you have rules to make sure you are okay. I mean, I don't have to put any into effect, you know what I mean? Like, luckily, we've been able to, come to an agreement and deal with it on our own, before it got to that point. But I'm telling y'all, like, once you show that you're willing to fight and you're willing to go to court, once you show that, I guarantee you get a better reaction from these women. So stop telling me all of these excuses on why you ain't seeing your kid, because I don't want to hear, unless you have a court ordered document telling me you should not be around your kid, which at that point, fuck you anyway, because you just, you're a bad influence, you're a bad environment. I don't want to hear it. I've lost so many relationships, so many friends, so many associates that I don't even be around and hang around no more because y'all choose not to be fathers. Okay, well, I don't want to be friends, because at the same time that you can spend hanging out with me, go be with your kid or kids. Go pick up the phone and call. Y'all think that it's always about money. No, it's not. If my dad would have just picked me up every Saturday from 2 to 7 p.m. every week, I would have been okay with that. Simple things, small things. If he would have called me every other day for an hour to talk, or 30 minutes, something, I would have been okay with that. Time is what I'm trying to tell you all. It's all about the time you spend with these kids. I try to spend as much time as I can with my children. I'm not going to lie. Because as y'all know, that's about the only thing I appreciate going for me is my children. Like, they are a great asset to my life, everything that I have going on. I love the fact that my kids will always be there regardless, through rain, sleet, and snow, I will always have my children to rely on. And I'm not, trying to put a burden on my kids, but they give me that push that I look for. Or not look for it, but that push that I didn't know I needed. They give me that motivation when I'm getting ready to put my head down, and they help me lift it back up. So I don't understand why men are just walking away. You don't have to talk to these mothers. You can go through courts. You got ways to fight. You got ways to do this. And I don't want to hear that all of that is too hard. I don't give a damn. That's what your kids are for. You want to fight for them. Fight for them. It's really that simple and easy. And the fact that y'all don't want to do it, man, it just irks my nerves a bit, because it ain't that hard. It's easy to spend time with these kids. As much as I work, I spend as much time with the children, or at least I try to. And if I don't, I'll do better the next time around. Right? But all of this dipping in and out when you feel like it, I'm going to talk to you in 6-7 months. I ain't got to. Come on, man. We got to do better than that. Y'all are supposed to be sitting here leading by example to help with these children. Let me give you a fun fact that maybe it'll help you out for this one is, do you know that if you take a 2-parent household and then you take a single father household and a single mother household, the single father and the 2-parent household will benefit the same, while the single mother household will pretty much, it can be a 50-50 situation. Can flop. It'll have a lot more issues, right? And that goes to show that there's one thing in that picture that's missing, is the dad. So y'all are sitting here complaining. Y'all are sitting here. We're all dealing with mental issues or mental, stability issues that we haven't had. And then we turn around and y'all want to put them into our children to restart the cycle? No. I'm not doing it. There was a phrase that I had where it says, tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men, and weak men create tough times. And I want to change that saying. I love it though. I'm not saying I don't, because it is great and it's a perfect example. But I want to get it to the point where, why can't we as strong men, right? Or tough men, whatever you want to call us, why can't we be the example of what it's like to be able to be tough, but understand how to, for lack of a better word, we don't need to create easy times. There was a family that, I don't know if you guys heard about, but they pretty much raised their children without their children knowing they were rich at all. They didn't say nothing to them. They raised them like regular, let them see what reality looks like. Or if you're just comfortable, whatever the case may be. I feel like that we can do that as men. We can create an environment where we can show them what tough times are while letting them go through it without them having to fully deal with it. So it may be a little crutch, but I would much rather them have an example of what to look out for if the tough times do come than for them to sit there scrambling, creating more tough times rather than resolving them. Does that make sense? I feel like that we use the excuse of whatever the mother's attitude or ability is to stay away from our children, and she shouldn't have anything to do with why we are or aren't around our children. Does that make sense? I feel like regardless, at the end of the day, you as a father as a parent, she as a mother as a parent. And whatever she's doing or saying shouldn't control or affect your ability to be a father or to be there for the kids. Yet, that is the main reason a lot of y'all choose not to be. And that's why, whether or not you believe it, I encourage women to put y'all on child support. I sure do. I sure in the hell do. Because you just stepped out on a life based off of how the mother is acting when you still got to deal with that child anyway. Because here's why. That child is innocent. I don't give a fuck what the mother got going on. That kid ain't do nothing to you.
Sorry, not sorry. That kid did nothing to you. And a lot of y'all think that y'all got the easy way out because y'all have some of these mothers that don't care for child support. But just like I tell them all the time, it don't got to be a crazy amount. Even if it's just like $100 a month. I don't care what it is. Teach them responsibility. Let them know that they signed up for something. Because regardless of what y'all may say, when y'all laid down, whether she tried to persuade you not to use a condom, said she was allergic, whatever the case may have been, you still chose in your right mind to enter that woman raw. And y'all chose to have raw sex, which can have a baby. Y'all both knew what y'all was doing. So it's not because I'm telling them to be malicious, but y'all need to learn responsibilities. You can't just be out here leaving these women to raise these kids on their own. Like they don't have it tough as it is in the world on their own by themselves. My biggest fear is that something happens to her, my kid's mom and the kids when they out somewhere. I went and got her pepper spray and stuff and tasers just to make sure she alright. You know what I mean? Better safe than sorry. But it's already tough as it is for her to walk the street as a woman. And now you want her to walk the streets with these kids by herself? You supposed to be the protector. She can only protect so much. I mean, some of y'all do a great fucking job. A lot of y'all do. No, you know what I mean? I'm not blasting y'all or nothing. But these fathers can be there to help y'all and make it easier for you. I'm just being honest. And I'm speaking as a man who grew up without a father. I'm trying to be the best father I can freaking be. And I just don't appreciate it and I don't like it. It bothers me. So, if you hanging around me and you don't take care of your kids, you not finna be hanging around me for long. Or I just don't know that you don't do that yet. That's it. Simple as that. But, I mean, it is what it is. To each his own. I don't want to make it seem like, but fuck y'all. In all honesty, I have no respect for a man that can walk away from his kids. None at all. I just don't. And there will never be a place in my heart, for me to have that kind of respect for somebody that doesn't want to be around their kids. Or don't want to deal with them. So, it is what it is. I'll let that one go. I'll let it be gone. I'm just saying no, no respect this way. You scared to spend time with your little ones, so, hey, but you can be having time in the street with them boys, you know what I mean, with the streets, whatever the case may be, or these females, right? You got time for all of them, but not for your kids. Yeah, okay. You can play that shit with somebody else. Anyway, I'll go ahead and let that one go. So I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I was a little bothered by that. I've just been hearing it and talking about it, and I'm just a little bothered by it. One thing I want to tell y'all about it is when it comes to these issues y'all are having with the mothers and the fathers against each other, I think it's safe. When I was in, I want to say it was either counseling or anger management. I can't remember, but I learned this thing called a fair fight. Okay. So what the fair fight means is you make an appointment to talk, right? Because sometimes we all get a little heated. We all get a little, passionate. So it's kind of hard to really think logically and speak without, us sounding aggressive or whatever the case may be. So I think you make an appointment. So a time where you can both sit down and talk, right? That it doesn't affect anyone's schedule. You use supportive statements. In the entire thing. Don't make it about one or the other person. It's like how we can make this better, how we can do better, what we can do to better this child or that child. It's always it's not I statements, it's we statements, right? First is now it's always the issue, like how I feel. Never use you. Another one, never use the you. You. It's I statements. I. This is how I feel about it. I feel that maybe this is something going on that it can possibly hinder this, or I feel this can possibly. You know what I mean? This is how I feel. And then the other one I have for it is basically you give 3 options. On how to resolve it. You all come together and maybe, try to work out 3 different options and picks the best solution to get that done. I think that helps out because instead of everybody being so aggressive and willing to attack each other, that if you sat down and really found out what the problem is, you probably won't even have to worry about it being an issue anymore. Like, I think you may actually be able to have, something taken care of from this, or something to actually learn from or deal from it for it. But yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, to each his own, but to your deadbeats, you get no love this way. Whatever you got going on in life, it is what it is, but go be a parent. Simple as that. It's not that hard to be a parent. It's not that hard. Now, I don't know what I was doing, right? But there were some topics that I'm guessing I never talked about, is what I'm looking from my book here. And I kind of want to go over a couple of these because, man, I just I was just like, man, what's going on with you? You was going through it, or you have some good things to talk about. One of the two. But one things I seen in there said, never be a prisoner of your past. It was a lesson, not a life sentence. Right? And when I read that, I was like, why the fuck is it taking me so long to realize something I already know? Like, we beat ourselves up over our past a lot. You know what I mean? And granted, the past is, the past, but you learn from the past and you get all your experiences. And honestly, that's where your character is built, through the struggle, through your past history. But don't bring up a memory and feel like you got to live in it for the rest of your life. It was a lesson you learned. It wasn't meant for it to be a life sentence for you to always sit there and dwell on it. It was for you to sit there, think about it, understand, accept, and move on from it. Grow. Learn. So I always say I've never taken a loss in a while now. I've only taken lessons. No losses, only lessons. You know what I mean? You got to learn the hard way sometimes. It is what it is. But man, I just was like, that was oh my God. I said, I refuse to apologize for being an asshole, because when I was nice, I was taken for granted. And fuck moderation, because I didn't had enough, because my respect is personal, so I don't give a fuck. Wow. That was crazy. That was crazy. I couldn't even believe. I like this one, though. Accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. That right there. Man. When I tell y'all that all I've been living off of the last year and a half is having faith in what will be. That's it. Because all that extra shit just holds you down. It just, my God, man, it holds you down. I was in my peace with this one. Love doesn't change me. It unlocks characters that were jailed by me. I like that one, because when I could be an asshole. I can be the hugest asshole. But when I love someone, oh my goodness, you see a whole different side of me. And that's when you're bringing up all shit. No, motherfucker. And that's, you know what? I circled this one because I was talking about going back and forth with people. People say that shit when they say you're bringing up old shit, and it's like, no, I'm exposing a pattern that you have. It's not old shit. This is a pattern that you keep going through. And I'm just exposing that to you because obviously you don't see it. You still don't see it. You argue with me about it now. You know what I mean? I never trusted Sarah. That's a dad joke. All right. Oh, this was the one. I apologized to myself because I said, I apologize that someone you loved made you feel like it's hard to love you, or made you feel or think that it's hard to love you. And that was a personal message to myself, because man, it's just, I can't let other people control how, kind of person I am. Fuck that. Or the fact that no one ever notices when you're being provoked, just when you retaliate. I really love that one. That to every action there's a reaction. And everyone loves seeing your reaction, but won't actually sit there and talk about whatever fucking made you go that far. So it's cool, though. It's all good. Or the fact that they burn the bridge and then ask why you don't visit. Oh, that's a good one right there. Because motherfuckers will be quick to burn the bridge with you about what they got going on. And then they'll hit you up so fast and they'll just say, why you don't come around no more? Where you been at? What you got going on? I've been minding my business, staying out of yours. Not worried about it, doing what I got to do, being my own person, my own man. You know what I mean? Besides, I can't get to your house no more anyway. That bridge is burned. You know what I mean? I ain't got no way to get over there, and I'm not getting wet just to go see you. I mean, I'm cool. It was all right. Or you cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. I say that one a lot, so y'all should know that one. Y'all should know that one for sure. Ooh. I wonder when I was writing all this stuff down, what the topic was. Feeling the pain of loss is not always a bad thing. Sometimes it helps us ascend to the next level. Yeah, that's definitely is it. My heart be fighting with my brain, my soul. Oh, my heart be fighting with my brain, and my soul is hesitating. This is a family feud. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Maybe if I fell in love with my depression and anxiety, it'll leave me too. Oh, no. This one I like is, I actually want to spend, that's why I say that one for last. Many have an idea of me, or many have an image of me, but few get the picture. It's because I like to tell people, and I've even told anywhere from my kid's mom to exes I've dated, that people love the idea of me. they don't actually love me. They love the idea of me. So the idea that I'm a good man, the idea that I express when something is going wrong, the fact that I'm willing to communicate and open up when there's a problem or issue, or the fact that I'm kind of patient, it's you love the idea of it, but the fact that you actually, when they get it, it's not so much as the same thing. It's like they don't show the appreciation. It's kind of like that, when people window shop for something they wanted for so long, then they finally get it and they craze over it for about a week, and then it's like, fuck it. That's me. I'm that item in the window. You know what I mean? I look good at first glance, and then you realize that, again, I've done a lot of work on myself, right? So I can say that I've done a lot of growth and work on myself. So you get somebody like me, and you realize that it's a lot of work if you want to make it work, right? But that's what things are for. And a lot of y'all don't like that. Y'all don't want to put all that work in and make it work. You just want to say, oh, no, this is too much. This is not what I signed up for. It's what I wanted, but it's not what I signed up for. So you got me just like, all right, have fun, enjoy, do what you got to do. And then I'm the asshole because later on down the road when you decided that this is what you wanted to do, I'm no longer interested. I've learned a long time ago that I'm nobody's second, third, fourth, or fifth choice. I'm not. If you cannot appreciate the choice or the option when it's presented to you, fuck it. So be it. It is what it is. We out of here. You know what I mean? So I just feel like all of that going on in here, and that the idea of me may look good, it may sound good, but if you're not willing to put the work in, if you're not willing to put the effort in, the consistency, to communicate and comprehend, it's going to look like a lot of work, and it's going to make you not want to be around. Everybody said, like, when it comes to relationships, that was another one I forgot to talk about too, huh? They talked about, I talked about, what do you call it? What makes a relationship work, like a healthy relationship? We talked about that before with Renee, if y'all remember, not too long ago. And my part is to, like, you got to be willing to communicate and comprehend healthy. I think that if you can't have that comprehension is the key part, not communication to me. Because I feel like everybody can communicate. Nobody can understand or comprehend because they don't want to. So if you're not willing to have those things, then what are you doing it for? So me, honestly, I don't care because I don't see it happening, You communicate, you be honest with people, and they just still, I get it that people have been fucked over, but god damn, I thought we were past the point of letting past relationships affect the new ones. Ain't that why we heal? So I just see a lot of people are not truly healed, right? Or not completely healed. And it's just a red flag already. Because why are you back in this dating pool if you ain't healed? If you still holding on to what happened or what ifs and what could be's, then you need to go back and rethink what you want to do. Because obviously this is just a revenge method. This is just some get back. This ain't nothing serious. It ain't nothing at all. But honesty goes a long way. Listen, for the first time, I had a woman say to me, we were, talking for a little minute, but, nothing like that. But she was like, I'm sorry to bring this up, because in the little dating profile it says that, this is nothing, like, I'm just here for conversation. This is what I do for a living, though. Radio show, host, all of this good stuff. Then there's an asterisk. This is not needed here or doesn't matter here, but just to know, I do OnlyFans on the side, right? Because for some reason, women act like that's a deal breaker. So let me break the deal for you ahead of time, okay? But she came up and she was like, normally the man is the one to bring sex up first. And, I just want to know, like, what is it that you do on OnlyFans? And granted, I only play with myself. That's about it. But the respect of the fact is that, she was acknowledged the fact that, okay, hey, listen, it's probably not the conversation you want to have, but I just had to ask. Rather than, playing the field and this and that. And most women, after the first hi or something, it's oh, what you got going on? What you doing? When you trying to link up? And I'm sorry, I'm just not in that mindset no more. I'm sorry. It's more than just a nut to me now. You know what I mean? I got to know that you even can have a decent conversation if I ever want to do anything with you. So I just appreciate the fact that I haven't seen that in a while. I mean, we didn't do anything maybe yet, you know what I mean? But it was just the respect of, instead of me worrying about a conversation going that way, is right after the meet and greet, which is like the, hey, how you doing? My name is this is this. it's always leading to sex. So I was just glad to see that there was a conversations I've been going on that didn't lead directly to it. That was just great to see, especially because it's been a little minute. So that was pretty cool. Other than that, it's about that time that I wrap up, for the day. I'll definitely catch y'all again next week. I'm here every single Wednesday on the hottest radio station on the planet, Hot 702.5. Don't forget that. I know you can't move one head. Wait. Boom. Every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Catch me here at Talk is Cheap. You can definitely find me on all social media platforms. Is mostly Juss Quanni, JussQuanni, whether that be Snapchat, Instagram, or Twitter, and TikTok as well, Juss Quanni 23. Facebook is Marquan Thomas, my first and last name, or Quan Facebook Jail Thomas, or Quan FB Jail Thomas, because I shortened it. And choose your character. That is also one you can follow on all of it. It's choose is spelled with a Z, not a S. CHOOZE. Choose your character. So don't forget to hit me up and let me know. Leave some love, comments, likes, subscribes also. And definitely if there's any subject that you want to talk with me about, whether you call in or you visit the station, let me know. We can talk about them as well. But these were just some things that were bothering me. And then my birthday weekend. And of course, just a few things I forgot to mention in the past. A little quick talk about them. Other than that, I'll catch y'all again next week. Peace, love, and hair grease. I'll see y'all next week.